So did you want a heart or an egg?
Now we're live. Either.
Oh, right now?
I brought a box of both over too.
Oh, okay.
I think there's ones in there.
You want to do a heart because I'm doing an egg, or do you want to do the same? So
Sure.
the first one I grabbed was an egg.
Down for any, either, all, and whatever. What's up, you guys? We are 32 minutes late. Oops.
There you go.
Thank you, ma'am. We're getting the puppies groomed today, so
Yay!
it's.
Oh no, you want?
these.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, because if you set it down so it doesn't roll, that's why I use.
Oh.
Those things like lifesaver. Oh, I'm just gonna put these down because I'll knock them over otherwise.
Just put them right there.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. So pups are getting groomed today, so you'll probably hear his groomer, and also our food's almost here for lunch.
Yay!
Anyways, we're gonna do
Gloves.
these ornaments. They're glass. You can get them from Judy. I have the link down in the description box below this video, and I also have the link for the primary elements, which we're also going to be using in this video today.
And they're on sale till January 2nd. These ornaments. So get on them because they're selling like hotcakes.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true.
Look at all the people already. Oh, look, Clara. Oh, she said later.
Oh, that's from an old one.
Oh.
So Clara is here. She's there.
Cool.
So
Hi, Clara.
I have never done this before, so you're going to be teaching me all of the things.
Yes. So excited. We're going to have so much fun. And the fun thing about Miss Erica is she makes everything fun.
I try.
And then, like, way better.
Okay. Know about that.
So you can literally just go, right? But I never do because even though these are nice and thick, I hold it and push this down a little because you can, sometimes it's such force of these things, it can, like, pop it. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you can crack if they're all...
The hole is fragile. Okay. Hopefully it has rebooted just fine. How does everything look? Good.
Okay. Here's the pipette.
Okay.
And I just put mine back in the box. Or in the bag, and then... Because it doesn't affect it. So, right?
Right. I just don't want to mess around and get paint on it.
Yeah, that's why I put it inside.
So this is polycrylic,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
How much of this stuff do you usually put in it?
Less is more, but on a live, like I said, it would take, some time. So, and since I have, you just want to literally coat it with a thin layer on the inside of the ornament. And once it's a thin layer coated, you just dump out the excess. You don't want a lot of this stuff in there before you put the powder in.
So you're greasing the inside of the pan.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, my sister's in here. Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Forget how thick this stuff is.
Yeah.
So these pipettes, I got some just like these on Amazon, like a stack of.
A whole bunches for inexpensive.
So is that enough?
Yeah.
To start with?
Yeah, you just want to coat. The more you put in, the quicker it'll coat, of course. But it also, you have to get that out, And it's harder to get it out because it stays on the bottom of that part.
I gotcha. So you just want to roll it around on the inside? Mm-hmm. Have you ever left like blank spots?
Not intentionally. No, I've never, because you don't want, because if it's blank, it won't stick. Nothing will stick. So I purposely don't want to see clear. I want to see, I want this stuff to coat everything fun. But if you know, basically you'll know because like it's a film, you know, it leaves a fog. So that's how you know if you have a blank spot, like really easily. But you can try to do that intentionally if you want to see how, if you like the look. Personally, I don't.
I might try it just to see. So the powder we're going to be using,
I give it a cool look if it has like a weird like this, you know?
Right, that's what I was thinking. We're going to be using mostly primary elements, and some blingettes, it looks like.
And metal.
In the metal leaf. Sorry about all that.
Just the interference ones, not the sparkle, is what we have for the blingettes.
Does the sparkle not work?
It works. It totally works.
You just like the interference ones better?
Mm-hmm.
Good too. No.
It just depends on the look. Like sparkle's more like glitter, like straight up glitter, you know. And interference, it's the color shifty look, you know. So that's why I like it.
You have the ones you purchased from Scarlett already on your Christmas tree? That's what she's going to attempt to try to teach me today. Angela's Mixed Media Arts.
Oh, yeah. She purchased ones I did. She purchased ones like I had colored.
What up, Chris Hart? How are you doing? So it looks like I'm almost coated. But it's difficult because it looks like I coated this part but it's not as cloudy as the other ones.
No, it's not. That's why you got to turn it. If there's no cloud, then it's not. So this is what I was talking about having, more so you don't have to.
Would you say that this is the most time-consuming part?
Oh, yeah, 100%. But it's so worth it. Like I said, you can put a ton in there, but then people don't let it super leak out enough, and then when you go to art, it'll just, over that time, whichever way it's set is gonna just fall off and bleed, you know. It's gonna bleed it off the glass, so then you don't have any. It'll just go to a puddle of mud, or it'll make it like bleed too much to where it just meshes all the colors together. And the whole point of this process is to have specific color splay.
Y'all learn something new every day. So the glue, Chris, is actually polycrylic. And if, you know, you've been watching my channel for a while, many of you guys have been here for a while, you should probably already have that in your, like, studio because we use it for so many different things.
Yeah, and to prime your canvas, your boards.
I think I did it.
So then I would just keep it upside down and this, and then when it fills up in your little heart shoulder pad area,
The shoulder pads.
I don't know what to call them, but it's like, you know, shoulders between the neck. Then you got to do that tippy tip thing.
Yeah, so it's collecting pretty. Where are you guys?
Oop.
You're over here. So it's collecting pretty well in the shoulder pads.
Where? Oh, there it is. I'm like, where are you showing?
So I'm just letting it all collect in that area and then dumping it. Just rock it a little bit side to side, and it actually comes out a lot easier than I thought it would.
Some do, some don't. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt because sometimes the heart ones are the smallest of the opening on the ornaments of the egg are always bigger than the heart. So most of them can be pretty, but some of them can be very scare me. Tricky.
Someone's here.
Oh.
That would be Crystal the groomer. Bowie! You just spent 2 hours looking at her face, Bowie. You know who she is.
But, he's back
So do you have to try to get it all out? Like
Yeah.
if I have a little bit, that's even too much?
Yeah, because you're still soaking downward, I would.
So if it's heavy enough to drip further
Yeah.
down, then you still want to...
Yeah, because you really want it to look more like this and a little bit like that. And then when that gets, then that little drip is not going to be a big deal. But I can tell you from doing this stuff that that's going to be a lot.
Girl, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and you'll be bummed because you'll be like, it's so pretty, and then you'll be like, what happened?
It's rare that I have someone else trial and error for me, and I can just ask, what's this about?
I love you.
So I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm kind of a little bit hoarse today. Sorry, everyone.
She's had a lot of guests, so she's had to talk a lot.
Hey, Carrie. The dogs barked and one of my cats jumped. That's funny.
Hi, baby.
She's been up all hours doing ornaments. You've been up all hours doing ornaments?
Carrier?
Carrie said that, and I'm wondering
Oh,
if
I've
that's about
been.
you.
She's been. Yeah, she's talking about me.
Hey, Christy, how you been?
Okay, so you're good after that dump.
That's so... After that dump,
Yep.
that pour out.
Yep.
I'm just rocking it a couple times to try to get as much of it out as
Yeah. 'Cause-
possible.
Oops, sorry. Like,
Oh, you're
I
fine.
know that's the thing. It's like it ends up big puddle on the other, and you're like, so I kind of would pounce with my palm to shoot it out. You want me to get that?
I'll get this away. Hey!
I think that is our lovely food. So like she said, this is the longest process part, and it's more laborious with the heart, but they're so beautiful and worth it. And this is kind of one of those things you could like put on the TV or chitty chat with people and just it's kind of mindless fun, you know? So you don't need to be like, so you don't pay attention to, oh, this is taking a while, you know? And if you put less of this stuff in, then, you know, you have less to shake out.
It's okay, Miss. Lie down.
So we're good. All right.
Look out. Look out.
Oh, thank you, Angela. I'm so happy. That's awesome that they look beautiful on your Christmas tree. The ornaments. Send me a picture. All right. You're good with that because you don't want it too far away from this part.
So that little amount is kind of okay?
Yep. Because it's been dripping so long that this is practically almost clearish. So that's why I'm like, I leave a little. I like a little bit more moisture than not because I like it to bleed through, you know what I mean? Okay.
All right. Hi, Deborah. How have you been? Merry Christmas.
All right, so this is the next step we do is bind and resist.
Bind and resist. Okay. So this is from Primary Elements as well.
And you can get it on their site, or you can get, it's gum arabic will work if you have gum arabic in powder form. The same thing. As Judy said, you could do that too. And Leslie, so. But you're gonna get your coffee stir sticky.
I'll try to link these down in the
It's
Amazon
literally
as
Starbucks. You just go to Starbucks, grab them.
steal them from Starbucks.
Well, a lot of people drink coffee, don't they?
I don't know. I can't drink coffee. Makes me tired. It came into my face. It was very emo for a minute. Okay.
So you just put it in, grab some, put it in. And this whole time you're going to use your, whatever is your dominant hand to fling and then flick the powder in.
Okay, I'm gonna
You're
have
just
to
going
watch
to
this.
insert it and you can just tap it wherever, however far or high. You know, you just want it random. So I like a lot of this because, like I said, I like that marbling effect look. You don't have to put this in, but the process of this is to get that marbling look, you need it. And I like putting more of this stuff in than not, you know.
And so where this is where
It's
the
gonna
marbly effect
resist.
will
And then you take it, plug your hole, and then this part of your palm. Yep, the access. And you're just gonna rotate your thing and hit.
What's up?
Nothing. Still interesting fun going on today.
It's lots. Always there, always.
Alrighty.
And the deeper you put your stick in, the inside is, you know, wherever you want, color or this stuff.
So where this stuff is going is where color won't go.
It'll go. I don't have a colored one. It'll go, but it won't, like, for example, where it's super coagulated, it won't be like hardcore color. It'll kind of fade around it and out.
I like that look.
Yeah. Sometimes it won't 100%, color won't bleed, but depending on the color you use, I know some ones, you know, that are deeper, like a blue or something, or they tend to, it kind of absorbs like a nice pastel-y fade to it. And then just remember to pounce your excess powder will float around. Just plug your hole and then pounce, pounce, pounce. Tippy, tippy, tap. Tippy, tippy, tap.
Hello, Dawn. JJ. Hope you made it to Houston okay. Mary Jane. I know, so many, that's what she says. I've been good.
Oh, I remember those now. Oh.
Just put the stick in and fling it and mind your hole. And
Oh. Sorry. I'm bad about that because I don't remember. No. But remember to cap your, where is the camera? There. All your product, because it's powder. So
I'm
when you go,
take this real quick.
for sure. When you go onto your next, then, you know, cap, because you don't want to accidentally blow or spill or whatever. For people who are neat freaks, maybe you don't need to care as much if you're not, I guess, but it's just a thing. So the next process you're going to want to do, she'll be right back, is the interference. And the cool thing about the interferences on Bling It interference is that these have a really, really fun way to interact without commingling with each other or your powders. So they don't intermix with each other. So they stay true to being a green pearl. They stay true to being a red pearl. Like they won't bleed, you know, red and the green won't make a brown, right? So they stay separate, but they also have a really cool, like, in a sense, color shift reaction to other colors on top of them. So they're really fun. So basically you kind of pick what you want out of your colors. And I don't know what we're going to do, but let me just grab, I'll grab a blue pearl interference. So as I was telling them, the cool thing about the interferences, which Miss Erica knows, is that they don't intermix. They don't blend together. They always stay separate. So you could put a red and a blue green pearl together and they won't make a purple. They'll stay red and green in here, but your other colors will do like a color shift funness to it. So, you know, whatever your color you're going to choose, you know, have fun picking. I have each of them. There's 5 pearls and they're of Bling Its, and there's 5 sparkles. And those are more glittery. There's like a hiccup on a lot of people on the Wi-Fi.
Keep doing that. Anyways, sorry y'all. So yes, all of these are primary elements or the Bling It interference.
Yep, the Bling It pearl.
We're gonna need more of this.
Nope, not until you do another egg, and that's only the beginning, and then you're done.
Gotcha. So now we've got all of our this in here.
Then you want to do your interference pearl. You know,
Frozen
again,
ATD, right? Huh?
again, you don't have to unless you want a really pretty. But this is the process that Leslie did in hers. So depending on what color you want, have fun.
I'm gonna try some interference red. Do you only use one interference
No.
ever?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the interference, you can use multiple because they don't intermix. So if you want to do a red and a blue, it's not going to turn to purple. You'd have to use violet pearl to make purple. So you can get away with doing as many as you want, and it will show true to, it'll stay that until you put color on top of it, then it'll do a fun shift, you know?
So that resist stuff is basically just holding out from anything else sticking to those areas, it looks like.
Yep, but it also helps bind and hold the other powders to it too, because it's a bind and resist. So it'll still grab other things, but it'll resist where it touches the glass.
I see.
It won't get underneath that specific speck.
I gotcha. This is where we're at right now. I did red interference and the bind and resist so far.
Mm-hmm. So and now the next step is pick your colors.
Tara
And
asks,
finals.
you don't have to use any liquid acrylic paint?
No, this is not, you can if you want to do that. This process has nothing to do with anything but the primary element powders. Acrylic, they are acrylic paint, but they're a powder form.
So you could probably use Pearl X if you had some. The colors I don't think are as vibrant as
Not at all.
these.
Besides that, not just that, 100% not, but they don't, nothing shimmers the way this stuff shimmers. So you could still use it, but it's going to be a matte compared to, I know they're not matte because it's a mica, but these mica and her brand is just specifically, I don't know how to explain it unless you see it in person, but it literally is like night and day. Like nothing compares to this kind of shimmer. Which is why, because I was co-mixing some Pearl X with this, you know, just trying them out because they're all different micas I have, black diamonds. And I stopped and I would only stick with this brand because it does an amazing, you'll see, it's amazing. I don't know how to say it enough when it comes to this technique specifically, that it just makes it amazing.
We'll figure it out as we go.
But if you don't have that and you want that, then, you know, it's still pretty. But the sparkle in here is just intense.
So Diane wants to know how many sets Judy has left.
You just have to email Judy on the description box below and ask her how many cases, half case or full case, that, you know, and tell her if you want the egg or the heart or if you want one of each. Like, you just have to ask Miss Judy that.
Agreed, Floyd Flow Art.
So just grab your color on your stick and then tap and turn just like we've been doing with everything.
Okay.
And you don't want to coat your whole thing because you want to grab other colors, right? And then that's how they do a fun mix. So my color I'm using is Persimmon, which is really pretty orangey.
Oh.
Right?
So I'm using Blushing Rose.
Yeah, I'm going to grab some of that with this orange. And I have blue interference on mine. And then remember to hit before you keep adding. Pounce it around because you have a lot of excess powder. And that's what people forget, I think. And then it like super blades, you know?
Gotcha. So I guess the reason why it starts to glow after you put it in here is because it's starting to mix with
It's soaking
liquid.
in. Exactly. Well, barely any water will make this stuff bleed like crazy.
I'm realizing because I just saw where it's like behind the interference that I want more interference.
Go for it.
Might I bust in for just a second?
Of course.
Hi, Chappy.
I think she might be trying to get a little hot spot, maybe, back here on her butt. It's a little funky.
What does that mean?
It's a little irritation spot that they just kind of mess with and it itches.
It happens usually on palms near the tail because water will get trapped and it can't breathe. Like, you know, you have to let any cuts breathe so it'll heal.
Okay.
So,
I hadn't bathed her yet because I wanted to brush out. He blew a whole bunch of puppy coats, so I wanted to brush hers out, and I'm getting a bunch of hers too. But yeah, it's not like that spot is red, but a lot of hair brushed out like it had already fallen out. So I just kind of wanted to let you know so you could keep an eye on it because it's still kind of peeling a little.
So what do I do?
just have to keep it dry.
Yeah, they have stuff that you can put on for a hot spot if you notice like she's itching at it.
I never noticed that.
Yeah,
Bowe's had one.
she's not
Cujo gets
itching
some.
at it, then you don't need to put any of that on there.
Okay.
So you just if you can try to make
So
sure.
do I just blow on it?
she does pretty good for a blow dryer. So if you notice, like, this is after a rainy day or something, this is getting a little wet.
Okay.
Then, or if, you know, she manages to get her tail soaked with something because that hangs over it, then, yeah, just get the little blow dryer and...
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to go take a bath. Yes. Yes,
Well, banging the ornament, break it. No, these are really well made. They're thicker glass. They're not fragile in the least.
They're custom. They're literally custom made to be for specifically to do this kind of arting on the inside and the outside. They're double fire kilned. So she specifically also had the holes of the ornament double fire kiln specifically, so that way you can put things in and shake them around. The pouncing is the fatty part of your tissue, so you're not like seriously. I mean, it's glass; it will break if you really like whack. But it's the fattiest part of your palm, so that way, you know, it sounds louder than what you're doing. But you're not like berating the thing. And
well,
then you're
I'm sure on the camera, that it's probably sounds a lot more ferocious
intense
than it is.
Yeah. But that's why you're doing this part. You're not like whacking it around on a harder part of your bone.
Definitely take any big rings off, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Can you imagine, like, if I had my ring, the thickness of that bottom of that band?
I would be shattered. 100%. Hey, Petra.
Hi, Petra.
It's glass abuse. No.
But yeah, you can get rough with these, you know, a little rough and it not be a problem. You could pour on the outsides, you could bedazzle it, you can pour on the inside, you can alcohol ink the inside, you can alcohol ink the outside. Like, you can do a lot of fun stuff. Whatever your imagination wants, let it go. That's really pretty.
No. I almost don't want to do other things to it, but I've got to.
You don't have to. Like, Vamps, I did just red and silver. That's it, the silver of this. So if you want to be minimal on your colors, you can.
I'm always minimal. I feel like it's time for me to be extra.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Bethany, the first one was Blushing Rose, and the one I'm using now is Peacock Feather.
Yeah, that's so pretty.
It's a little greener than I thought it would be.
It is. It is. That's why I told you it's always best to swatch hers. And this is a really like intense color, FYI. So lighter on this one than not. F2. But it's always best to swatch these because don't go by the outer of her. What do you call this? What you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're not. And water, you can just take pure water and swatch it with just water just to know what it's going to look like when it's wet. And that'll 100% tell you how to deal with these. Perfect.
Okay.
Or spittle.
It's closer.
A little bit of spittle.
This one I'm adding now is Guatemalan Green. But I think it's going to pull more of the teal color that I'm looking for instead of the almost fern or hunter green that this one is.
And that's the thing, like, when you pick your interference, like, if you wanted something to pull more, that's a teal that has more blue than green, then that would, you know, use the interference. If you want more blue, I would use that. So that way it would focus on that and pull it out more of the color.
That one's the Guatemalan focus.
Yeah, it's much more of a greeny color, the Guatemalan.
Well, it's pulling more.
And these take, you know, because they are still soaking and bleeding, so a good 24 hours is you'll see it keep changing, getting more and more pretty and beautiful. And I mean, every step of the way, it's honestly, this is so pretty every step of the way.
Now, these products are like water soluble, and so if you wanted to do this with your kids,
100%, yeah.
I definitely wouldn't let them breathe in any micas ever, but
But they make kid gloves. They make little masks for kids, you know. And the dust mask is fine for something like this. You don't need like a hardcore like venereal, a gas mask. No, you just need the little duster. But yeah, 100% you could do this with the family. It's very simple, very fun. You know, if you're concerned about them hitting it and breaking it, then you can have, you know, you do the pouncing and they can put the color in, you know.
Mary, I think she got this from Leslie's channel, the color art channel, right?
Got what?
How to do this.
Yep. Leslie had a video posted on her YouTube channel. How to, I forget the title. I know it's on one of mine. I know it's on mine that I put up. I can Google it. Hold on. Let me add.
Be right back. Hey, Patrick. So moving forward, should I order based on like a 2-week turnaround or?
Okay, so. Yeah, Miss Judy is the one that suggested me to look at the video of Leslie's and to try, and I was like, absolutely, and that's when I did on my live. I think I did on my live on my channel, and I know it's on mine, but I'm on her website trying to. I know I put the link of hers on mine, but. Yeah. She has like really fun things too with pores and stuff, doing pores like with it wet, because I was going to do that on the outside of with using these primary elements because I wanted to try that too. So yeah, definitely check out Leslie Onstad's channel video. But I remember, yep, okay. So it says Fragile Heart, glass ornaments. Fragile Heart in quotes, glass ornaments, primary elements, art dash pigments, comma, Leslie Onstad. I don't know if you can see.
Yes, everything is just fine. Thank you.
There. But that one. Oh yeah, I'm sure Miss Clara is like gonna be on it.
Everything okay?
Yep, I showed him the screen, but I think Miss Clara can actually put a link. But yeah, I've done a handful of these on my, and I know I have it inside one of mine, but I do have it here on here now. So I showed him.
Trying to gauge where it's going, my biggest issue.
Yeah, with these, it's kind of like you can control only so much.
Do you think this would work using Tri Art liquid glass?
Try art. I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what that is. Lori, if you like text me a link, you can probably figure it out.
Don't go too dark because it'll keep bleeding the more you add.
I'm trying to get into this pocket and nothing wants to go there. I think I put too much powder there or something.
Right, but it'll still bleed for a while, so it's I think that's your interference red.
Okay.
But yeah, but it'll still bleed things. So I've done that thinking, why isn't it going? And in that 24-hour period, it ends up being black because I'm throwing so much color in.
Gotcha.
Spinning on one hole, and then I'm like, oops. Okay, so the last step that's really pretty. When you're done with all your colors, did you show them close?
I think I want to put a gold in there.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, so last step, if you're done with all your colors, you can wait 24 hours and let it dry and add your mica gold in it. Leslie has a solar gold that she's done. But I'm really prefer using my gold leaf and metallic powders because to me, her solar gold was changing the color when I put it in, even when I went in 24 hours. It was affecting like how this is, which was weird. And so these don't do that like that as to me.
It's making orange look awesome over here.
So it's a gold leaf and metallic powder that I love, and it comes, you can buy them they call it gold.
Oops. I'm willing to bet that 007 will do this.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm gonna try it.
Gold, silver, or copper, they come in.
If I can find a 007.
You have something in here. I don't know what that is.
What kind of jar is it? Oh, that's a primary element.
Oh. Oh, yes, ma'am. She asked to show the metallic powder. I got it on Amazon. It's gold leaf and metallic powders. That's literally the brand. I don't know if you can. There. It's just really reflective, so it's like hard to read.
Mm-hmm. I think I have those linked in the Amazon.
Oh, really?
Triart liquid glass is too thick. It would dry too fast also. You would have to bathe your bottle in hot water to thin it.
Oh.
So I'm going to use 007 because I just want to test it and see.
For sure. I'm sure it'll be 100% great.
So you just put it in there and swirl it around just like
It's
the
the
other
same,
ones?
yep, the same process. You add some to your stick, you rotate and as you're tapping where you want it. But the mica really clings no matter what. You don't have to have any, with the micas on the inside of the glass, I don't know if it's stag cling or what, you literally don't have to do polycrylic, nothing. It will cling. The metal micas only.
Oh yeah, it's shining through on some.
Isn't that cool?
I don't know if it's evident yet.
Yeah, it is. Look at. And
It
then
looks like calico, like chameleon skin.
ooh, yeah. Pounce it though, because that stuff will pop everywhere.
I kind of wanted it to mix a little bit. Like these colors are melding a bit.
And they're gonna keep.
So it's starting to make like purple shades.
Mm-hmm. It's from hitting the excess falls wherever.
I love that.
I know. They're so fun. So much fun.
So these 007s.
These are the binds and resist.
The gold ones won't, like the metallics, the metals, they don't change color when they're wet, so they shouldn't get darker. Now you have to be careful about how much of these you put in because they'll like darken as they.
Exactly. I know.
But that's not a thing with these ones, though, right?
No, ma'am. No, they are what they are. Well, I haven't used that specifically, but yeah, it'll.
I mean, it doesn't change in resin. I don't know why it would change with polycrylic.
No, it wouldn't change in tone, but it does, like I said, the solar gold of hers, putting it in, even after 24 hours, and then putting it in, it changed her color. I literally have one on my channel. It shows you, like, one goes, I did the same colors, and it was like night and day. Mm-hmm. It totally changed the tone of the pigments themselves on that one. I don't know why. I mean, they both look pretty, though. But if you really didn't want your color to change and go to a pastel or whatever, then that's why I went to this gold. Because I didn't have to worry about that. And I didn't have to wait 24 hours and worry about it either. I could just do it like so.
I was asked recently about a black mica, like a true black.
Oh, I wish.
It's not a thing. Has anybody out there found a true black mica? Because
it doesn't exist is what I've been
it's kind of
told.
like a slate gray or gunmetal.
Yeah, but even those, when you put it in, because they
Charcoal.
look dark, right? But when you put them in on here, they're barely gray. They're like a misty gray, if that. They're practically silky. The heaviest gray I've seen, the look to get is more like a lead pencil gray. You know what I mean? Like that. I mean,
graphite?
it's like not at all. And in the powder, it's, you know, like I use black diamonds, black powder stuff. That's like, well, in the bag it looks black, but it's not 100% black. But even that was barely gray. Because I tried, because a lot of people wanted black in their ornament, and I haven't been able to find.
Yeah, these are glass ornaments.
Yeah, they're double fired. Look how pretty. Isn't that pretty?
It's gorgeous.
It's like celestial looking, like the sky, but not like in space, but just like
That was weird.
sun gazer.
So I really like the depth in this green, but I want not that green.
Oh,
Like moving forward, I want something like
Not
contrasty
peacock.
and dark.
but not peacock.
That gold isn't even shining through on this corner, but I feel like if it does what yours keeps doing, then that'll be pretty anyways.
Let me see. Maybe you're not getting it in the hole up the corner, because it's hard to do it on this one, you know. The heart, that's the hardest part.
Having hole issues.
Okay.
Thanks, y'all. I would be so scared of you just like, and it just shattering.
Oh no. No, these are hardcore.
She's beating the devil out of it. And it's not doing anything.
Well, it helps loosen a little too, you know, when you.
Quoting Bob Ross. What's up, baby doll?
And with the hearts on this, in a sense, seam, it looks like a seam. But I also make sure I pounce just in that seam part, because a lot of time you're pouncing like this and you're forgetting to hit this stuff on the seam or the tip.
So you're trying to break it loose a little bit?
Uh-huh. And just to get it, because sometimes when you see it, you pounce it in, you see this get golder and golder. You're like, oh, so you have to hit where you want it to fall.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, sometimes when you put too much I still think it's going to soak though, but when you put too much interference, or, you know, when it coats it, because that's all powder. So the next thing, that's why you got to kind of speckle it like you did throughout. That way you get all your coats touch and then kind of bleed forward. But you're still, see, it's still bleeding. You see how you have now speckles where it was solid white?
Right.
So I still have faith. And you can see that gold haze in there
Mm-hmm.
when you do this. So just see what it does after it's soaking. You can always add more.
Coat these with resin. You just put the little topper back in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and watch it change. And even in 24 hours, you can still add more gold, because everything else will stop, but you can still add a little more gold if you wanted to see, and it'll help pop it in sometimes.
So you've had success with adding gold,
After the fact.
and it'll show up, even though I've definitely, like, there's no light shining through here. Like, it's coated.
Oh, well then maybe not.
Like, I don't think there's any room for it to come through. But I'm a glutton, so I'm going to add just a little bit more where, like, there's almost light.
Okay.
Ooh. There's just a piece of tape right there.
I know, it always gets me.
And I was resined on this table for
Okay. I
since
don't even know
yesterday.
what that is. But look how dark it is. Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool though. But it's making it look like kind of blacky spots. It's neat.
It looks
just
like
never
patinaed
know.
when you do that.
Right? You just,
Now I want to do a patina one.
you can.
Have you done a patina one?
No.
It's about to get really real up in here. Hey, Allie.
Okay, so these are done, and then you're done. That's it. That's the process. You just keep doing it and moving on.
So I don't have to, like, bang it around and adjust it till these, like, bind and resist spots.
No, that's the whole point. You want the spot, but you'll see it. It won't be so spotty in 24 hours. It'll keep
Gotcha.
absorbing. You see how some of these are already, you see how that spot's getting tinier, but you see the color around and then that speckle. That's what it's going to do.
So,
Like this is 100% bind and resist, but it's dark.
right.
So it is super absorbed. So it just takes time.
So, how do you let these set up? Do you
All I do is this.
just let them lay flat?
Yeah, I just put them back in I put them back in this, and that's it. Because nothing's dripping. It's, again, you shouldn't be having anything moving or dripping, because it should just be a light enough coat that it just holds your powder and forever.
Forever.
Yeah, and it doesn't move or anything.
Oh my goodness.
So you just pinch these in.
I've never been good at
That's on my glove.
reapplying these type things.
Yeah, here, let me help you. Oh, you got it. And then you just pinch it, this thing, around. And you're good. But yeah, and then I just put it back in. You can hang it on your tree and watch it change if you want. But I just put it back in. This is because
Garden Micah.
I mean, if it's on my tree, then I would do it. But I'm usually doing this for other people, so I don't want it to, break by me not paying attention.
Total sense. Now I want to do another one. I'm gonna try to do a patina.
It's gonna be so pretty. Do you want an egg or a heart?
Whichever. Ooh, maybe an egg this time. Hearts are stressful. What do you want?
The egg would be the bigger box, actually, right? Yeah. See, that's what throws me off. I would think it would be the opposite, but these are really round. I'll do an egg again too, just because, like I said, it's quicker on a live to do an egg. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. But this is fun because even in 20 minutes, you'll see these colors change. We'll show you again. Like, that's cool. Like, you get to see it change all the time.
Thank you for all of your
like
thumbs.
that I wouldn't get in the habit of egging it.
Oh yeah, because it may split the
These
tip.
springs are just hella hardcore. And some are tighter than others,
Mm-hmm.
So I just try not to get in the habit of that. Mainly because I learned from other people, so I know Miss Judy's told me, like, some people are, when they rip it off, they've chinked it.
Never want to chink it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I'm excited.
I can see myself adding too much everything to these and it turning into a complete blacked out mess.
Yeah, that's why you got to be careful.
Because y'all know me in powders. I'm
And
like,
that did happen.
all of the powder.
Go load it. And I do like to put more powder in than say Ms. Leslie herself, probably. But I prefer that look. But I've also noticed certain colors are a lot more like the blues, and they'll bleed like crazy. And yeah, I've had some things turn like mush where they're not that pretty, and you're like, redo.
This is not what I meant to do. Now
Yeah.
I gotta spray paint the whole outside, make it just a solid glitter bomb.
No, what I do is like find the darkest spot and put what do you call it over it? Emboss. I'll emboss powder and I'll heat and I'll put ornament like a Christmas tree, on the darkest spot, because there'll still be colors, but there'll be one part that's like not as cute.
Yeah. Hey Angela, what up, sweet pea?
Bam, cover it up, and then you won't even know. Sweet pea. Sweet pea, hi! This is you. Oh, I haven't seen Sweet pea for a minute. Yay! That's so cool.
So our groomer has she does house calls, which is great because we have free range Pomeranians. They're cage free, kennelless crazies. So she does house calls so the babies don't have to get kennelled in between different grooming processes.
So stress free. They're at home.
It's a lot better for babies. And so she brings all of her equipment here and sets up in the bathroom and takes care of all 3 pom-poms. And then we have art day.
It's the bestest day ever for me.
So, but she brings her less than a year-old baby. So if you hear a baby crying in the background, no one's torturing babies over here.
No, he's super teething.
Yeah, he's growing in 4 teeth at one time apparently. Hey, glitter pubes. Haven't seen GP in a minute.
Oh.
So
Right?
the liquor inside. It's not liquor. Also, there was a high-speed chase this morning Also, there was an 18-car pileup in Dallas on I-30.
Is that what that was? There was so much traffic of me leaving on the side of me going, like if you're going to my house, but I was going to you, so it was like that side was like dead gridlock. I was like, what's going on over there? I wonder why.
18-car pileup.
Oh, name of Jesus.
Like apparently an 18-wheeler like scissor jacked or whatever.
Oh no, like flipped it?
No, it like was going and it turned, but the trailer didn't. So it like
Oh
I don't know.
my gosh.
It took out a lot of cars.
Oh my gosh.
Haven't heard of any fatalities yet though.
That's crazy. No. Plug your hole because you're dripping. Yeah. So then yeah. So what I do? Sorry. So what I do is I hold my thumb to it and let it coagulate, right? And then I'll have a big lot, and then I tip it back to get that part that's open up here or whatever, patchy. Yeah, so I'll let it let it form. So that way it puddles, and then I can throw it instead of being like, oh, hurry up and get over there. Sometimes I do that.
Does how long do you have between doing this part and starting to add your powders? Like, could you do like 3? Like, do this one, set it aside to let it drip out.
For sure.
Do another one. I just didn't know how long this stayed liquid enough to like
For a
catch
good
the
minute.
powder.
Depending on how thick if you have a lot of drippage, then you have perfect time, because by the time you get to your next egg, I'm sure it would be on point. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a nice thin, perfectly thin coat.
So maybe we should do that.
We were originally.
I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't remember where those were.
So maybe it'd be easier to put it in these guys.
Okay.
We'll just let those drip out and grab the other 2.
Oh. That was weird. Oh, I get it, because you didn't open this part. Okay.
Hey Donna Parker. So right now we are coating the inside of our ornaments with polycrylic and letting those roll around till we get a nice even coating, kind of like this one. See the difference? So it's cloudy, but see this one still has that like drip on the bottom right there. So we're letting that drain out, and in the meantime we're coating this next one with the polycrylic. And then once that's done, we're gonna add the colors, and it's gonna be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, if we have time, and you guys are cool with like baby sounds, we'll add some embellishments like the stones and stuff.
Ooh, and you could do your like rhinestone bombness.
Yeah, we can add rhinestones.
Oh, did you show me your phone case?
I did not show the phone case. I didn't even do a video of it because I just wanted to get it done for Judy, and then I did the wrong size. And I don't even really know where that phone case is if it wasn't where I thought it was originally with that. So I've ordered some new ones.
Make sure you're staying straight up and down on your eggy. But since you're gonna be dripping in another cup, I would put a ton of this stuff in.
So this is when I can load it.
Yeah, this is when you want to super, because you're gonna take the time so it doesn't dry not enough tackiness. So
Gotcha.
that way, you have plenty of time for drippies. And
if you do one of these and it dries too fast or whatever, and you put a color in it and it doesn't really adhere very well, can you, even after you have a color in it, can you then still go back and add some more polycrylic?
Oopsies. Yeah, you could. I wouldn't add all the colors. If you went, oh, this is not really that, because you'll know if you do it yourself, you'll know oh, it's not really changing that quickly. Then you can. But if you did all the colors, no, I wouldn't do that. I would advise against it.
Thank you, Clara. Dan doesn't mind the baby sounds. Okay, cool. Diane knows about pom-pom grooming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can make these like people's initials with rhinestones or a saying.
So see that extra like swirl of cloudiness? That's what we're going to try to drip out.
Yeah, because as you're doing this, you can see.
So is that okay to have that much left?
Yeah.
So something little like that is okay.
Yeah, you just want it to be coating enough that it'll adhere everything, but it won't make your paint super drip or overly bleed to where you get those distinct colors like she has. So you get specific color changes, not just one meshed bled stuffs. Oh, these are so pretty.
Makes perfect sense.
Thank you. And then I just plug this part again, so that way you can get it in there to drip, and then I let it release. But yeah. I always like a little bit personally because because when you put your binder resistant next, then it does a nice, like, I'll chunk it right there, so it'll give me a cool resist.
Okay. So I'm gonna let that collect kind of more in that upper angle. So now I got the bind and resist.
That's what you need right now.
This is some patina probably.
That's vintage mint.
Well, that
right? So that's like, is that one?
Yeah,
so it's like a really, it's literally like that gum, you know? But yeah, so that'll work.
Put some of that in there, and then some of that other one that we did. Nope. Nope.
What did you use? Was it vintage mint?
No, it was.
Was it a blue? Stargaze is really pretty, but that's not going to be patina. You did peacock feather, which was super green, and you're like, no.
What was this one?
Guatemalan green. That's right. Peacock feather, so no. Well, first your bind and resist. I wouldn't be opening these until you did that.
I'm getting too excited.
Because after that, then would be your interference.
These are glass.
Which would be a blue or green with the lip balm on your, whichever ones you want to pull out more of, which would probably green, because you want more green.
I'll probably end up doing both.
That'd be cool. I like to do the both. I think that's nice. Gives like a fun.
So if you don't do the bind and resist,
then it's just it doesn't do the marbling. It's just
wherever the color lands, that's where it is.
It's just more solidy pigments. So when you see it, oh yeah, maybe you had too much. So when I was gonna say, see that? Like super put that stuff in there to cake it, to soak it up.
Do that or let it run out?
I'll let it run out in a new cup. Do that, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, but that's my point. If you go to put your powders in, you have to, where is it?
Now it's all the way down here.
Yeah, if you have too much, it's just gonna drip 100% out. So that's fine if it doesn't fall, but okay. Maybe it absorbed enough that it.
Right, as it was rolling. Oh, there's a little bit in there.
But I would still, because that, I would still chunk it around quickly. And that's what helps with the interference, is that there's another little extra to kind of absorb if you have a little too much extra. Like a little safety net.
Right. Could you then just do a whole bunch of interference and not the bind and resist? Would that work the same?
Yeah.
But the bind and resist is probably less expensive than interference.
Probably, as well as it probably is thicker than this to absorb more, maybe? I don't know.
I gotcha. Whoops. Use a lot of this bind and resist. I'm surprised she sells it in such a small quantity.
But it lasts a long time. I mean,
I'm gonna mess around and fill my whole tree.
Ooh.
Hey, Vamp.
How do I do these things here? Why?
We missed you already, Vamp and JJ
Hi, man.
and Clara. Thanks for tuning in, Chris.
But I like to use, most people probably use, again, she probably uses way less, Leslie herself. But I like to use a lot of this because I like the look. So I use much more than most. You don't want to use so much that you coat your stuff that nothing else sticks, though. You know, got to be mindful of that. But I like getting a big chunky coagulation, which is I don't mind mine being a little more on the runnier side because then I'll do what you did where you get a nice big patch. You know.
I thought that would do something. Didn't do anything. Thank you, Clara.
Bomb.
So I'm all bindy and resisty.
And then next, interference.
Which color do you want?
I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. That was really pretty. That, excuse me, blushing rose. That was super pretty.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Autumn leaf with some golden monarch. Oh, I don't know if I said my colors was persimmon. I know I said that one, but I did ginger peach, persimmon, and blushing rose with the what? Scare me.
No, it did something fun.
With the gold. So. And I interferenced blue.
That's so fun. Look, I'm getting like explosions.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, when it pops on the, I love that too. But careful that your stick doesn't scrape, because I did that and then it was scraping in some parts and that kind of sucked. Because when I put the gold in, it would show like a scratch line.
Scarlett, what happens without using the bind and resist? I'm gonna actually do one of those next. Maybe we'll both do one.
Yes, ma'am. It just doesn't give the marbling effect. That's all. So it's beautiful, but it doesn't give you the speckled 3D, like, this is all bind and resist stuff, if I can get it to show me. I can't get it to show. But this, again, is going to keep absorbing, but you won't get this, like, marbling look. And to me, that marbling that it does is the whole, what I love the most is about this technique is it gives it a really fun, like, 3D kind of thing. I don't know how else to say that. Otherwise, just color. Really pretty, pretty, pretty colors. Which isn't bad either. They're beautiful. Like, again, you can't go wrong with primary elements. They're so shimmer.
Okay. Sorry about the babies in the background, y'all.
Yeah, she's like getting, she did this last time and she had never done it and she started last time doing this. That's super weird.
Usually she gets to play a little bit longer.
Oh, I almost forgot my interference.
That does not look corally. Good thing you're advising against just jumping on in there.
Use more water though too to test. Oh look,
Like,
is this water?
that might be alcohol.
Oh, whatever.
So see,
Something wet.
do you think that doesn't look corally?
Yeah, hold on.
Anyways, if you guys are hearing the babies in the background, she just doesn't feel like getting brushed right now. I guess it's coralier than that one.
Which one's coral red?
That one.
Deep coral. Just more like
Okay.
orangey, like an orangey red tone to it with gold interference.
That would be patina. Yeah. Be good with those.
It would be good with those. I was like, patina. You want to try this one? So again, suggestion, super swatch, don't go by that, just the powder look itself, because they can become night and day depending on the color. Those are very similar. Is that the same color?
Mm-mm. This one's a little orangey.
Yeah. Yeah, this definitely has the red in it.
Yeah,
And
that was
tilt your
this
head.
one, right?
The deep coral is
Yeah.
without. And
Yes.
that's this one.
That is Joplin in the background.
What's this color?
Orange peel.
I love orange peel. Look how pretty. It's like straight up orange.
Persimmon.
Oh, this is beautiful. It's a deeper, more reddy orange. I just used that on that one.
This is probably best then.
And ginger peach is really pretty orange too. It's like a lighter. Right here.
Oh, I think we tried that one. Didn't we? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
There. That one's ginger peach. What is that, Love Struck? Now remember, reds and browns are harder to break up, so that's the only thing. They're more chunky, like they're hard for some reason. They take longer to bleed, you know what I mean? So just be mindful of that.
I mean, short of like what we're trying to do here, I bet, like if you were just gonna like paint with it, you could mix it into.
But yeah, even when you paint with it, you
Alcohol.
have to mix non-alcohol. No.
What would it do?
No,
The
this is
alcohol?
water soluble, so you don't do the alcohol. But what is this called? Polycrylic or whatever. The
This?
binder, you know? Oh no, not polypore. Her polypore will make paint.
This is chunkier.
And so reds of this mica, reds and browns of this line are just takes longer. You just gotta mix more for it to. Oh. But you see how you just get the. It'll bleed. I mean, this is what the one I use for vamps. It's a pretty red. It's the prettiest red, I think. I also brought hot cinnamon, which was is another red, but it's more of like a goldy, like a brownie gold red. This one's orange peel. Just so you know, put my back.
Which one is cinnamon?
Hot cinnamon. This one.
Cinnamon is what Jeff calls our GPS. So we don't sell primary elements. I'm gonna talk to her about doing
I
that.
have a discount code if you want to
Yeah,
put it there for them. Do you have one?
feel free to share. I don't think it's live anymore.
Okay. Look at. So that's your Love Struck, and this is your hot cinnamon, which is more of a red, and that has more like, it looks like a golden appearance with it. It's pretty.
Okay. This I think will be my patina color.
Okay, just remember they bleed forever, so they get deep quick, and they can turn black quick. So be easy when you. For sure.
Can you show me what it looks like since you have the paintbrush?
Now it's powder because I have tried mixing this. Just a FYI, it'll land where it lands, so it won't be like if you wetted it. Yeah, because I got over that quick because I was just like, ugh.
Looks like that red ate up all the orange I added to it. Whatever we don't put into here, I'll put in a cup to send with you. So
I was just say,
using all of your.
I think we have an orange. Oh, Miss Judy has an orange one of these. That's what I was gonna say. If you wanted the orange to show through, maybe use the orange pearl, but that's at Miss.
I don't
Judy's.
even have orange pearl. Where did she get that from?
I don't know. Miss Judy has everything, dude.
Bye, Linda.
Hey.
Might leave it that color.
Okay. Look at all the gold.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay. So now we start adding things.
Good boy, Bowie. Good boy.
Possibly sweet pea. Show off, Diane. I'm sure you do. You have most every color. I know you have most every color out of my shop.
Can you ask Clara to put the code up? Because she knows where it is and to grab it for mine. Because display color like 0, I want to say 0119.
Hey, Clara, before you step out, can you put Scarlett's code in
Color
the
art
feed?
code, yeah. Uh-oh.
It's going to be a good patina color.
Where was it? Here, yeah.
Hi, Miss Foster.
You know, it already looks pretty. Remember that red will take over, so be careful.
Also really like this groomer because she takes time to talk to the babies.
She does. She's very, very patient with them. I'm gonna do violet. Violet interference. What was your interference?
I did a little bit of blue and a little bit of the green.
Pretty.
Okay. Are you hitting the egg or the O?
My stick against the egg of this opening, so it is it. Right? What?
I'm gonna put a little bit of the hello. Turning the mic down a little bit. Hey, Teresa.
Thank you, Miss Clara. JJ. Aw.
You finally got him his wild style in and out.
Yep. I'm so glad he got some. He super loves that stuff. He tattooed it even.
I didn't know JJ had an in and out tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm a slacker.
Yeah, he's like, that was his thing, his jam.
He also got a 13 tattoo while he was here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, no, he didn't tattoo that when he was here.
Oh no, from before that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm so glad, Diane. Are you doing ornaments too?
She already?
Oh, so I did turn down the mic a little bit just because of all of the
Background noise.
sounds in the background. I didn't want you guys to get a headache from hearing this because I can see it registering on the higher end. Beans, it's okay.
Let's turn our eggs right side up now. Because we don't want it to keep dripping that nothing's on there.
Okay. Is it better now?
So I'm doing Golden Monarch, which is I'm really digging this color. Ooh.
Is that like butterfly gold?
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
No. Would you use a red interference?
Violet.
Violet.
Yeah.
All the way to the bottom.
And then this is Autumn Leaf, which is like a bomb brown, golden brown. Like, I mean, think of Autumn Leaf and that's this color legit. It's really pretty.
Someone asked if you could like turkey baste or blow it into the hole.
You can with the, like I've tried with the pipettes because they pick up with the powder and go, it's like, you can't really, to me the stick you can maneuver in and out and then like where you want to literally drop it better. And are you okay?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Do we have still things?
I put it right here and just went,
yeah.
but then because I had so much powder in it already, it came back out a little
That
bit.
sucks. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It was a good thought though. I'm glad none of the other stuff flew.
I think if I had,
That's when I laughed.
if it was like in the beginning of this and there was nothing in it at the time and you went, it would have stuck. Thanks, baby doll. I was trying for the patina look and I think I got a little too much rusted, but I think it'll end up being really nice. I see you, JJ, and that's what she said. He said.
Okay, so ginger flower. When it comes to pinks, those are really pretty. Like pinky-ish, like fuchsia.
I was gonna say it looks like it's gonna turn wild jasmine-y.
Yeah.
So those won't work in this.
What won't work?
The resin art.
No,
Why is that?
because it's the resin is for, it's alcohol, isn't it? Based, not water soluble. So you need,
I don't know.
like the polycrylic, I think is water. I mean, they bleed like crazy, but I don't think it's gonna give the shimmer like you do. You know what I mean? When it dries. I don't know. All I know is I do what Miss Leslie has said, which is no. Was it okay? Because I think this is what it's doing is literally painting it, which is acrylic paint. It's dry acrylic paint. And the resin stuff is, because that was the other problem, is people were trying to put this into resin and it's not meant to,
It didn't break down into it.
yeah, properly. Okay, seriously, this is awesome. It's got pretty.
Do you ever go back and reshake the ones that you've already, like it's done, it's setting up, like this one? Because it still has these patches of the...
You got 24 hours.
Oh.
And that's why, because I've done that where I'm like, and I've added and then I forget you have 24 hours, it'll still bleed. And then I've made it black. Being impatient. But I think you'll like it, because even when I do get, I actually try to keep some white, some white, you know, because it gives a cool effect. But see, these are absorbing. But I try to keep that, because that makes it have some texture, you know, like 3D separation. But I find you don't get much of that, though. By the end of the 20, you know, you don't really get much of a... Pretty.
After you add that, the metal, it's when it really like brings out the awesome colors in it.
And that's when I hit that metal hardest, because it really push it into that egg, you know. That's why you hear me go harder with the gold or metallic or whatever, is because I'm really like pouncing that down through the colors that are on there. I'm like, boom, boom, you know.
I see.
And you'll watch the gold get brighter, brighter, brighter when you do it.
So you're really trying to work it through the other colors, which makes sense because those powders are heavier. I'm assuming because they're heavier than my other powders, like for resin.
Yeah.
Like the metallics are gonna sink a lot. I would imagine.
This stuff's so bloody expensive. Color, I wouldn't ever use that for that. For me.
The Color Obsession?
Yeah, because you get like this only muches, and it's so expensive that I would never put it in to the egg.
That looks really nice.
It's fun, huh?
It's so crazy how these flecks are coming up.
I love that. I know the speckly.
So is that from it bouncing around when I'm doing this?
Uh-huh. The excess, because what sticks is what touches, but there's powder that hasn't touched anything or been sticking long enough to absorb. So when you whap it somewhere else, it goes poof, and it disperses around your egg. It's awesome. Things are so fun. Ooh, I almost forgot to do my...
Denise, I think your grandbabies would have an awesome time doing that.
I do wait for this to change a good 30 minutes to 45 before adding any metal, minimum, just because you want your stuff to kind of get there and not the metal take over, you know? Metallic, I mean.
I see. All right. So that's with the bind and resist, and this one has, I haven't put anything in it yet. So I'm going to do this one without the bind and resist, and I'll do it the same colors as I did the egg, so that we have like a side by side.
Good job.
These are so quick and easy. Like,
I told you you'd love it. It's so fun, and they're so beautiful in person. Like, oh, I love them. Yep. Thank you, Leslie, for this everything, because these are just like the bestest, especially for gifts. They're just so beautiful, and they're fun to do. And my little flappy flap.
I mean, like when you have all the kids over for the holidays and you're
great
looking
activity.
for something to do with them.
Totally.
Here you go.
Honestly, look at this awesomeness.
Hi, Bean Beans. I know it. You're so precious. I know. That's what I said.
So this color set was autumn leaf. It was violet, gold, violet, violet.
Just wanted to try it again. Didn't work.
Maybe less force of blowing. It'll help push it through the hole. Maybe.
That's what she said.
Oh. Okay.
I'm done with you. That's it. Going home.
Okay, so we're gonna do them now without. Ooh, let's try some honey, hopeful honeysuckle. Oh, I'm sorry. So I said violet pearl, autumn leaf, ginger flower, and golden monarch. That was the egg I just did. Oh, we need some interference. Did you do your interference?
I did the red first.
The red what?
This?
Interference?
No, I did that first.
Oh. I thought you did blue and green interference on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what do I want to do?
I'm going to put some green interference in as well.
Do some violet and some blue on this one, I think. Interference.
Yeah, I just got a new router too.
Look at that. Because I forgot about the puddle. Isn't that crazy?
I like it. I have one slash on here somewhere.
That's so cool though. I was like, bam.
Right, Deborah? It is a different idea, and it's fun, and it's not crazy time consuming. And while you shouldn't breathe in micas, it's a safe medium to work with if you have kids at home for the holidays or grandkids coming over and you need something. Just keep them busy and quiet and out of the kitchen.
And it really doesn't use that much powders. Like, it really doesn't, because it bleeds and a little goes long. Like, look how pretty yours is. Look at.
It's getting there. You're right, it does get really dark really quick.
Yep. And it's going to keep changing. So you don't want to put too much of colors for that reason.
Yes, baby doll, these are all primary elements.
And there's a code in there. Miss Clara put it in for mine, so if you want to check some out and try them, you get 25% off of your anything you get on her website, which is where all the stuff is that we're doing today. So that way you can try some. And in the description box below is where you can buy these ornaments. Just specify heart or egg shape, and they're on sale right now from Judy Jhsand. Lovely Miss Judy. How you do it?
Judy.
Yeah. I love it. That's my favorite when I come on and I hear you say that. I like that one. How you say it?
I should just say it because I know she's on, even if I don't see her name, because she's probably watching from her TV.
Oh, yeah, Okay, so we're going to do some hopeful honeysuckle.
Hopeful honeysuckle?
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
So basically the main difference I'm seeing is the colors just aren't going to blend as well, right?
Yeah,
without
you
the
don't-
bind and resist. Like, is that what I'm going to be seeing as the difference between this egg and that one?
I don't know. I've never done it like this, but it doesn't look different. It looks like you do have bind resist in it, doesn't it?
It does, but that's flex of the...
Interference, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
So you probably won't get to see this. See how it like stars when it keeps coloring too? Like, I think it'll just be smooth, you know? Like, see how this stars out, like even the gold around it? And get that, you know? And then you see these dark, how it looks 3D, how it looks like you have a layer above on these certain spots, these like spots, because that's bind resist right there, that darker circular. I think it'll just be smooth. I don't think you'll get that like type of look.
We're gonna see.
Yeah. I like that marble.
Sorry about the earthquake, y'all.
Oh, that's what I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about bind and resist, but that's what we're doing.
On purpose.
Yeah. But yeah, because I'm like, why is this not puddling? You know, this little puddle not getting, that's why. I think I feel like it absorbs a little more.
She goes ham when she's banging it out. I am a little timid on that part, I think.
Yeah, but I've been doing like how many of these?
That's also true.
Yeah, so I'm used to more comfortable with pushing certain things, you know.
Being aggressive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. This FYI Heavenly White is exactly that. It's such a pretty pearl, like white, like shimmer. Oh, it's super pretty.
You ever use it?
Mm-hmm. A lot. I was using this before I finally got this silver. It gave me that, what I was looking for in the color. I'm very particular about my silvers. I have a specific like chromy look that I want, and I don't get it all the time. And I was like, couldn't find it, and then that came along. And I got it.
Putting that gold in behind it really like
Makes it
lifts
pop.
the color.
It helps it like push it forward to make it like a 3D too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sugar plum, that's what that was.
Okay. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
use-
real extra real quick because I love how this looks.
Okay.
It looks like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a raku fired, like a pit fired vase.
Ooh, yeah.
So now
I like
I'm
the eggs because they look like that. For how do you say the fancy egg?
a Fabergé.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if I could do a vase.
Totally. You could do whatever you want with this.
Gonna go get a vase. BRB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you 100% can. As long as you got glass on the inside to do it. Like, for example, if you get like bottles, you know, like those really fun glass bottles. That's in my bathroom. Mattify and I talked about doing that too. It was like his idea. I'm just sorry. I love this heart. I don't think you guys can see it. It just keeps changing, and like literally as you're watching it change, that heart is just like, oh, pretty. Ooh, bam. Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
This is gonna be like super awesome
Do binding resist.
or
Yeah, I know.
horrible, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
No,
either gonna
it'll
be
be
like,
awesome.
girl, what? Or,
No, you'll see. It'll be bomb. There's no way this can be like,
I think I'm gonna stick with the patina colors for this one because it looks
Here,
classy.
I'll do that while you do the polycrylic.
I'm scared and excited all at the same time.
Super exciting.
Okay.
There's nothing to be scared of.
I'm gonna just roll it back out into this.
You're gonna wanna paint it maybe? A paintbrush, do you think, for the lippy lip? Or you're just gonna roll it?
I'm gonna roll it all the way out.
Okay. All about it one time. I am super pumped, Miss E. I love it. You guys, it's gonna be epic, and you know it.
At some point, I'm gonna figure
slower.
out how to just let a new technique be a new technique instead of like, what if we?
What? There's nothing wrong with doing what you do. I love it. I love it.
I'm glad that it stays coated.
Passion fruit.
Is this?
You got a little bit right there now. Yep.
Is this a gloss polycrylic?
No, matte.
It's
Don't.
matte?
Yeah, make sure you get matte.
What would be the difference visually?
I don't know about visually. All I know is I was told to get matte.
Okay.
But it may be keep it from sticking better. I don't know. See, because I didn't get that puddle out before I started putting stuff, so it doesn't big chunky.
Can we see your pink one up close?
The one I'm
When
doing
did
right
that
now.
camera start working?
What camera?
So this one wasn't here.
Oh, I thought it was there the whole time.
It used to be an ATD logo.
Oh.
Like all this shorting out that it's decided to do. Yeah, see, it's behind it.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna put this one up here. Do you guys hear the groomer? She's talking to Joplin. She's being sweet, trying to explain to her why she's got to sit still. I'm And she has good manners with the puppies. She asks please and thank you.
I know, I love it. She respects them and their boundaries. I love that. So that's gonna have to like drain for a minute.
And I'm thinking about just setting it
I
over
don't.
something.
I think what will drain will be around it. So you need to set it in something big enough that'll get it. You know.
Maybe we'll just do this.
Yeah, and will it pour? When I lift it, when you lift it, I'll hold the edges up. So hopefully it won't puddle when you're done.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Put that there. I'll just put this here.
Yeah, super smart.
Genius. Can we see your pink one up close? Did you see that?
Which one? I use pink in all of them.
I think they're probably talking about that one. That
Oh, the one I'm doing? Yes, but I'm not done. This one has the silver. With purples and pinks.
I'm so impatient. I don't want to wait on this.
You do, because it's going to be epic. Do another one.
Just think about it like coasters.
Yeah. I'm like, it's going to be epic. Do another one.
Our food got here like an hour ago, I swear.
We can reheat it, though, yeah?
We'll microwave it.
Yeah.
It'll be just fine.
Yummy. We'll be so hungry we won't care.
She's telling her how long it's going to be before she's done grooming her. She's so sweet with them.
She's awesome. She really is.
It's like trying to brush a fuzzy rattlesnake when you brush out the
Fuzzy rattlesnake.
I'm not seeing any buffering on my end. Maybe just reload the feed. Just close the window and then open a new one up. Might help. Thanks for stopping in, baby doll. Have a great day.
Bye, baby doll. Hope you're doing well.
So I hope you guys try this because
This is super fun.
sometimes kids get bored with game night, you know? Do something creative. Help them like
Imagination grow.
do something. Get off their cell phones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Labrada, what's up?
Oh, I love her. Hi, Kate. I love Kate.
We've got a lot of people trickling in and out.
I know.
Beat the devil out of it, y'all.
I just wanted to get through. That's why I pounce harder. I want to get through that spot.
What are you trying to get through? Oh, the blue.
Yeah, the paint's gray to go into that.
That looks straight up blue for Payne's gray. And
It's
then
supposed to
sometimes
be.
it looks green.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hers tended to be more green, but this one does the true, which is it's supposed to be blue. Uh-oh, that's you.
That's my work phone.
Here,
If you guys are on here calling the work phone, it's okay.
Oh, I thought you wanted to.
No, they'll leave a message.
Okay.
If you guys are calling me right now, you're
Fired.
gonna have to
Wait.
How much does each of the things you're using cost? So
Depending on the size.
it depends on how much, like how many ornaments. Judy's got them at.
They're a
case,
sale right now.
Half case. Is she only selling them by the case right now?
A case and half case. So you have like, I think it's $99, right? For a case of 64 ornaments, glass ornaments, egg or heart, you could tell her. Or you
Yeah.
could do half case, like you could do a half case of each to make a whole case. or you could do a whole case of hearts, a whole case of eggs.
A half case is 32, so a whole case is 64. See, they left a voicemail. Go with some of your friends. Like, I'm sure you've got some creative people around you guys. Just like,
And you could split it.
Yeah.
Split the cost. And then I got 25% off if you can grab my discount code for my channel and pop it in there for people for color art to use, so that way they can
hi, Mary.
check it out to see how much it would cost. But it's very affordable. And
for
these
the
are
quality of these ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say these, and they're huge. I mean, look how big my palm is. I have big hands for a girl, but they're huge, and they're double fired. They're specifically custom made to be arted on inside, especially, and outside. You can put fairy lights in it. You can put feathers. You can put bling. All the things. It's so cool. It's all
The choice is yours.
Aw.
And then these, the primary elements are what?
Hi, baby. Oh, we should have told her to put her bow back in her truck. Look how fluffy she is.
It's always like, that's my sister, so I'm gonna need you to set her down.
Look at, oh my gosh, he weighs much more. It's been a minute, Bose. Look how cute they are. I love you guys. Where's the camera? There we go. I'm super cute. You guys smell so good. If you guys could see them, they're like air. Their hair. It's like, oh,
They flutter a bit.
Don't blow because you'll waste that. Brush it in with your stick. Ooh, let's see. Look at. Yummy. So gorgeous.
I'd love for someone to commission a set of these. Or just do all of them all the day, all the time.
Exactly.
Reminds me of coaster commission I've got to work on.
What's your coaster commission?
Nothing crazy. It's white and gold marble.
So you see how much it's already darkened.
Scarlett, what is your code?
Who's asking?
Teresa.
Miss Teresa. JJ, are you able to go to mine and pull it from mine thing? I think it's display of color, which is my channel 0119. Hold on.
Coming in late, can you tell what you're doing? What is up, Trudy? So today we are making ornaments.
I don't know by heart. I'm sorry.
Here's one we did earlier in a patina fashion. This almost looks like tortoise shell turquoise.
So it's a display of color, all lowercase, 1119. For some reason I thought there was a 0 in there.
Maybe in another month there was a 0.
Do you have a large flat rate box for like game board size?
I do.
Like the large long ones.
I do.
She does. Carrie, want to know?
Of course. So we're putting a polycrylic in, swirling it around, dumping out as much as we can. Then we put some bind and resist in. This one came from Primary Elements, Resin Art,
Colorart.com.
But then you can also get it from, not there, you can get it from I mean, Amazon. What's the other name for it? The bind and resist. It's also.
Oh, gum arabic in powder form.
You can also get that.
And you can use it as, what do you call it, replacement for that.
Or you cannot use the bind and resist at all. We just did one with and without with the same colors to see what the difference would be. And they are setting up currently. Okay. Violet decided it was going to be everywhere. So we're also adding some interference blingets. I do have those in stock in my shop. And then you start adding the color with a stir from, you got these from somewhere?
I'm sorry, I zoned out for a second.
It's okay.
What did you say?
Starbucks.
Ah, the stir stick, yeah. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. Your flicker.
And then you just beat the devil out of it to get it to just run through all the areas. Is there no way to use this in resin?
You could use the powder in resin? No. She has powder on her website specifically. It's called Resin Art. It's specifically for resin. This is not meant to be mixed. It will not break down the way it's supposed to because it's an acrylic paint. She highly recommends against it, and even more so depending on the color, it's even more so won't break down. As well, it won't be like the pigment bling that it gives of shimmer won't show up the way, so she highly suggests, that's why she has resin art colors specifically, because they're formulated to break within the resin correctly.
Yeah, all those things. And soon this will be drained out enough and we're going to do a vase in this technique. Hi, Sweet Pea. You've used GAC pouring medium and had great results too. I would imagine you could use anything that's water soluble and clear. Like you could probably use Mod Podge because it's a thicker thing. I could be way wrong about that.
For what?
Instead of polycrylic.
This is the best. She had something that was it was polypore, but it's too thick. You want it kind of thin and it to really soak, but hold the powders when it dries. That's the biggest key, to have the strength and it to be clear, super clear, but hold. So she recommended not using her polypore, but to use to get the best results, she recommended polycrylic.
Well, there you have it.
But there's nothing wrong with trying and figuring it out for yourself, letting us know. Right?
Mm-hmm. So we got 2 colors in this one. I think I'm gonna add the gold now. Even though Scarlet beats the devil out of it more than I do.
So let that, if you just did all the colors, I would let it soak for a good, like, I don't know, give it at least 10 minutes just to let it really absorb. And then pop your gold in. This is a really pretty turquoise. This color, Beach House, is like the perfect turquoise.
Well, let's see it. You still have that water?
Nope, but I can dippy the brush. 1 second.
So what does it do if you let it set up for 10 minutes before you add the...
Oh, I've just found in doing this that when I put it immediately in, sometimes I do that on purpose because my colors are too dark. I know it's going to be too dark. Like I dropped a chunk, went poof, and I was like, no, in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll throw that because it'll kind of brighten it. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking this needs to be a little brighter anyways.
Oh, then for sure, pop it in there. Because it'll absorb, to me, the metal's heavy or something. I don't know. It absorbs it faster, I feel, over the color. If you put, you gotta load enough in there though. But that's why I kind of because it stops it from, it like pulled more of the metallic over the colors one time. So I was like, ugh. So I knew to like let it chill out a little bit.
Gotcha.
Just to give my color time enough so it didn't just like super like lose my color and the gold take over. Kind of like a resin, that concept, like the gold, you know, gold can take over.
Can't wait to see, Diane. It might, Trudy.
There you go. Oh, it's kind of getting dark over here, but there you go. There's some lighting. It's just like the perfect turquoise. I love it. Right now.
Oh, it is a nice turquoise.
It really is.
It looks straight up blue in here.
I know, isn't that crazy? Yeah, you gotta swatch these things, like, no matter what.
So the reason why we're banging these around is to kind of work the powder through the whole piece instead of letting it just settle where it is.
And that way it's not so dark, you know, because you have a chunk of it just sitting. Like, you want to disperse it so it looks cool and it's not make it black looking. That's really pretty. What were those colors?
This was
I'll grab the polycrylic.
007 Wild Plum and something Guatemalan green.
Oh, that's such a pretty, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna cap this one and then we're gonna do
The
the
vape.
JAMA. Should be drained out enough by then, yeah? Looks like probably, but what do you think?
No, because that's what I was thinking, but I was worried that if we tilted back, like this part would still be a little too much.
Well, let's just
Just
see.
a hair. Oh. I think you're good. You
I
get
think so
that
too.
bind and resist on there and coagulate so it doesn't push all your stuff to bleed.
Mm-hmm.
I would just let it drain some a little bit back to get towards. But
Should
not
I let
fully
it
to the
drain
bottom.
back down before adding the bind and resist?
Not fully to the bottom. I would add some bind and resist and let it drain. As you're doing that, the bind and resist down here, let it come down, and then add some just so it doesn't do super drippies.
Gotcha.
Do your churning thing so it doesn't give like drips.
So sorry, Diane. I think it went out yesterday or this morning. Your hands are gonna be tender in the morning. Could very well be. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jobby Job.
My hands won't.
All right, bind and resist. I'm gonna use.
That was only if I like seriously did a ton. I'm gonna use what?
Should I use a bigger flipper?
Where's the squeezy things?
Over here.
Bigger flipper? Oh, flicker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I probably would.
I'm just gonna use a stir stick that it's been dried and set up.
I'm gonna give this to my chiropractor, his receptionist, too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a nice Christmas gift.
What would you, for people that have just tuned in, what is the point of the bind and resist?
It is to create a marbling effect. So it'll also help adhere your powders better to it, but it also creates a resist, so that way it gives it like this cool 3D bindy effect. As you see, like so. Like it gives it these really cool marbling spots that you're seeing on there. Well, focus. Focus. But all those speckled, really cool, like marbly spots that kind of look 3D. I won't focus.
You hold it there for a minute. It should.
My hand's shaking. Can't get it to focus. Listen, camera, focus. There it goes. So all that speckle throughout these ornaments, all those patches, and then you'll see a splay of the color. It just has a really fun texture marble look. So also the rest of the powder that's light, it also helps bind it as well. Hold on to your powders a little bit better. But it gives it that bomb marbling effect look that I just love. Yeah, I'll get some down there on that part.
Just gonna use this. So I can be specific about it. Or not.
That's okay.
Thanks.
Just pop it.
That's awesome, Megan.
And you put some up in this room, nothing's there, and they're all right here too.
So let's do it like this.
You want me to tap it for you? Oh, there you go. I think it's just so wet that it's like sunk. There we go.
Yeah.
Try to sprinkle it like through. Perfect. Look at that. Like a stargazer.
Yeah, that'll
Look
good.
at it. It's like a, what do you call those? Shooting stars?
Mm-hmm. The vase is gonna be hard to bang.
No, it's not. Totally fine.
Totally fine. All right, I'm gonna have to mix
Remember,
a little more of
I'm
this.
married to a glass artist.
Oh, that's true. She is.
I'm like, that's good. You're good.
Love Struck was the red one we did, right?
Love struck. Uh-huh. Love struck. Oh, you did a hot cinnamon that I know of. And persimmons, I think, of the orange. Or was it ginger peach?
Both.
Well, there you
That was deep coral, and this is persimmon. All right, then. Calm down.
go. Okay. I just get excited.
Got that. Let's do some red interference. Okay.
Yeah. That stuff does really pop, though, the interference when you hit it. That's what I like about the interference. It really does, like, push to the other side really easily. That's very nice. And I do less is more with the interference because of that, but also you don't want it to coat so much. You want your paint to stick, you know? Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
I'm trying to get it.
You are. You're doing well. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, because I wanted to do these on those, you know, in my bathroom, those bottled glass things that I put my bath fizzies in and things.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, but I have some that are just decorative, fun, like, shapies with the little cork in the inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do these on. I just totally forgot about it. And if I suggested it to me.
I'm just adding some green interference too. But not a lot, because you're right, the interference will take over.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Sorry.
You do something here. You got a big hole of something.
Okay.
I'll get it down.
Where is it?
Wait, hold on. Sure, I'm moving. Right on the bottom, right here. There you go, perfect. Just in cases, so that way, if it's too wet, it'll help. Look how fun that is. Look at that one that you just did.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome, huh? I'm so excited for you.
I'm nervous.
Toby is gonna be super spectacular.
Love struck. I bet if you put this in like, is that mortar and pestle?
Yep.
It might.
Make it more powdery. Yeah, we've talked about that. 'Cause I have one. But, it'll also stain your thing. So mine's for food, so I'd have to get one specifically not for that.
That's true.
Because mine's like a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's not glass. You can get ones that are just glass.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I would tappy tap and turn as you're doing that for sure. So it's not one big clunk. Ooh, have you seen that movie? Hi.
Hey.
Oh, he just drank. Look how cute he is smiling. Hi, baby. Hi. He smiles at me.
Yeah, that color is gonna be real nice.
You gotta hit me to tell me. Yeah.
You're so cute. Look at your smile. Look at your smile. What was that?
You're such a cutie.
Yeah,
You
it's
could
like-
bang this around. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
get her some money.
I'm not coming back for you, dude. You're all handsome.
I hope. I'm not really for sure what that one is. I don't recognize it. I'm pretty sure it's I'm sure you've got a million pieces of them around somewhere. I do. What's my tab? It's 90. I'm gonna go fetch these and start running.
And we are arting.
Super arting. Okay. So I think she wants some blue. Blur. Blur, blur, blur.
I was nervous about like hitting the sides because of how you were telling me that like it might scrape. Is that an issue always?
Oh, I wasn't I was hitting this outer. So
Ah,
it's
I
not,
see.
this is the scraping is the inside. So I just, yep.
It's B.
Oh, I thought you typed that.
Mm-mm.
That makes sense then.
B, look, my glass is gonna be patina-y. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Hi. You're so cute. You're so cute. He has the cutest smile. He is. He's adorable. He does have a sweet smile. If you guys saw the smile, you'd get it.
We're not making a mess, Hefe. We're making amazing. By the time you get home, you won't even know.
Yeah, you got white paper, so good. I have hardly any things. They're in little clumps in the center. Swatchy swatches.
It's
Do you help
amazing how
Jamie
much
get the
it
door?
soaks in.
Oh no, I'm gonna get it all together first before it actually goes out the door.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
She's got it down to
It'll
a
look a lot better
science.
when it's all put together.
You know how you said that? Oh, oops. That the reds and browns chunk a little bit.
Yeah.
For a patina, though, I think that those little spots.
They just like don't dissolve. It's weird. Or they keep bling for so long that you're like, wait, what? I wasn't expecting to get that red. But yeah, for that look.
You can be beat.
Mhm.
That's fine. But mommy wants to sit you down. My back is dead. It is dead. Yes, it is.
So because I'm impatient, I
Yeah.
get it to go like this, and once it falls in, I do this to pounce it out a little bit more. Because otherwise it gets trapped and it just kind of sits in there until it breathes and then it lets it release.
I see.
I'm just impatient, so I always do this. But you do gotta be careful because it does like fling on your palm sometimes, that you don't put it back on the outer part of the glass.
Yeah, that makes sense. So once this piece is done, setting up and everything, I'm going to end up coating it on the inside with resin to seal it in, I believe.
Oh, because you want to use it to put things in?
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it a functional piece.
It will reactivate in a different way. I hope it doesn't run down.
I'm going to try it with one of the ornaments first.
Yeah, because it's glued, essentially, right?
That's on there.
Yeah.
So I think if I spray it really well with
I could tell you, it did. Okay, so I put it on your clear acrylic coaster, and it just what was loose is what kind of, but it didn't move this stuff.
so on the inside you could tell it spread a little bit and stained the resin, but on the outside you couldn't really.
On what the spillage of the resin, you can see little bits came off,
yeah.
but that was it. But that was a round flat coaster like this. You know what I mean? I didn't have it. I don't know with that one because you'd have to drip it, right?
You probably would.
Alrighty.
That's for you.
Thank you. We are all ready to head out the door, so we will see y'all. You want to do 6 weeks again?
Yeah, probably. Their hair is still growing like crazy.
Yeah, and losing that puppy coat is scary. It tangles fast.
Merry Christmas
Merry
and Happy
Christmas.
New Year's.
Happy New Year. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
Haul it and try to get him to finally go to sleep.
Oh, I was gonna.
Good.
Okay.
Ma'am, I forgot. I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
If that phone would work again, or
It's really frayed. I can try to get it put
Bye,
in,
Bee.
but the ribbon itself was like only a little bit left. I'm sorry.
I just love the
Like I thought about it on the way out and messed it all up. Like, oh my gosh.
I'm just tapping on some of this color to get it in specific areas.
Come on, Mama, and then look how much of a flirt I am. And look. Yeah. Say bye. Uh-oh.
What is in your mouth?
Looks like maybe a chew toy.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. You might be lucky, right?
Yes.
I know.
That's gonna be epic.
Don't you start messing around yet. We're heading out the door, dude.
This area is not that tacky anymore. So I'm trying to get it to stick in those areas.
Add some of this. You want to paint this on then?
What's it?
There.
It's coming off a little bit.
May have been from it being on the thingy. It may have held, you know what I mean? Scraped it off maybe the foam came up a little bit on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I want it to drip and make your stuff drip, so.
This is such a unique look. If I can figure out how to keep the resin from reactivating it,
I don't think it'll activate it too much as.
I think it'll be awesome.
Mine didn't slide, so that's my only thing. I don't know what it'll do when you know what I mean? Because it just floated off it, if anything. Like the excess that didn't like stick. But I didn't have much. You could maybe like hit your thing, so just the ones that doesn't stick just pops off, and then it wouldn't matter, right?
That's true.
Okay, let me do these. See how much yours has already changed?
So see here, you guys, that like pile of powder that's collecting on this rim and right here? That's what Scarlett's getting to bounce across the surface when she's beating the devil out of it like this. She's trying to work those areas loose and get them to shoot to the other side so that they create a look across the way of these like flecks coming through. True patina look right here, people. I'm loving this. It's been a while since I've been impressed. Because I like new techniques.
Yeah, you do.
But a lot of times the new techniques are kind of just a remake of old techniques. You know, it's just a little with a twist.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Oh my gosh, this hole is so small. Look at it, like almost
doesn't fit.
That's the only thing that's harder on these hearts is like usually get only one way to work it in, you know? You can't really pivot it that well. What was that?
That speaker, it times out.
Oh. It's like battery saving.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Oh my gosh, our kids look so cute, everybody. Just saying. Kidslookbomb.com. That's going to be so epically pretty. I'll get a lot more on that bottom. Do a fun fade, you know? Use a color that you know is going to bleed nicely. Like your blues or your, yeah.
Just down all the way at the bottom?
Yep. There you go.
Hey Carol, how are you? We are having a great time. Be the devil out of it. Basically, if someone doesn't like this vase, there's something wrong with them.
For real. Yeah, because you can see it rotating all of them. See? As it falls out.
I just gotta get this corner. See it falling out? Yeah, probably not. But all of this just fell out. So it's going across the way to the other sides of the
Vase or vase or however you say this one.
could be a vase or a vase.
Then I would add some red now that you got.
Most of that green down there.
Yeah. I would add some red into this area.
Sames.
Yeah.
There you go.
Most epic idea ever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What are they saying? Because
I'm forgetting that people are here.
you want me to read for you so you can focus on
No.
art? Okay.
I will do better in a second.
I don't care. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do when you're gone. Because she does all that, you know? For me. I get quite spoiled having a helper. A little shop girl.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Saskia.
Yeah, wow. She's up late. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, yep. And then you want some more polycrylic up there, or?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the thing.
Let's do it.
I can see through it a lot, so when we put that gold in, it's gonna look really nice.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. I just activated the power that was on there. Look.
Oh yeah.
Rim it. Let's just get a little rimmy rim right here. There. Oopsie. No. Hold on. It's too much. It's too much. It's literally just activated all that up there. There. I forgot about our cups.
What happened?
Oh, I forgot about our cups that I let drain. There was a lot of liquid in there from that egg.
Oh.
Ooh, never mind. You have gold in yours.
No idea.
Right? Random. I wonder how that might be pretty just a, you know what I mean? Put in a plain one and watch it.
The boat swirl around.
Yeah. That might like actually be really pretty. Cover this. We're not throwing powder in. Cover that. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Remember, it's going to keep going, so be mindful of that, too.
I was just trying to cover up some of these like
Heck yeah.
bald spots.
Use your little thingy now that you can pop your finger, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that gold will feel that kind of fun, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave some larger breaks for the gold.
Yeah, I think that's pretty.
That's what I was thinking, Deborah. Thank you, Carol. I'm super loving this vase.
I'm using daffodil and pink and 3M. I forget which interference I used. Oh, red.
So you said the crazy awesome thing about the gold is that even if that polycrylic had dried, it'll still stick.
Yeah. If you didn't put anything in there and just gold, well, at least to the ornaments, it clings to the glass, the inside.
Focus. Oh, I guess it's gonna focus. But so this is like a bare spot right here.
Oh,
Right
I
here?
can't get it in.
So let's see what it looks like when we put some gold on that spot right there. brightens it all up. See that back shine through the break? No. It's getting serious over there, Bowie. Watch your back.
Ugh, I can't get this in the hole at all. It's like affecting my splay. Boo!
All of that's what she says.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be sorry. Cute.
I do like that. It's like.
What, Miss? Cujo has everything to say in there for some reason. Oh, focus would be a good bingo word.
Pink and ethereum. Daffodil.
You guys, I had such an amazing time with all these lovely artists visiting me this week.
What was the funnest thing you did this week with them?
Partying. Of course, we took them out to see Dallas and had crabs. It was all a blast. It's hard to narrow down just one thing.
Oh,
May have you bang the devil out of this one.
I will. Oh, right now?
Whenever.
Okay.
Has the vase been naughty? Basically. I'm going to turn the volume down just a bit. Just for y'all.
Ooh, that's a lot of powder. Of gold.
Really wanted that gold to like take over any empty spot. Whatever comes out, we can use on another one.
For sure. Just know it might have these colors though if you do another one too.
Yeah.
If you're like, where did red come? That's why. I've done that. Like, where the heck was that color? Let me get the rim though.
Oh, this would be a good t-shirt word. Now, how am I going to put a t-shirt out there that I can't even stick with? Yeah, no soy focus.
That's funny.
That red's turning super deeper.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even... Okay.
You gotta do the rim better though. I can't get it because of the inner lip.
Hate that.
Yeah.
What would happen to the inside if there was polycrylic dropped in there? Would it...
It doesn't, it just makes it, the top part that's dry, kind of reactivate and warm it up more. Like, you know what I mean? But it doesn't really...
Would you be able
tried-
to see it?
The polycrylic? No.
Yeah, like if I put a drop of polycrylic in here, would it...
You
Would
would
you
see
able to
the
see it?
run. Yeah, yeah. If that's what you mean, yeah.
So you know how when things are rusting and patina, so like if there's an old thing and there's like a nail and water catches and then it runs,
Yes,
how
you
it
see
has
that.
that boop. I wonder,
So the antique look is... Yeah, you could do that
I'm going to do that with one of the eggs
to test it
because if it
first.
looks crappy,
Do you want to...
I don't
Let's
want
rim it
to.
with this. Yeah, like this side. And turn it sideways. Yeah.
Do you want a smaller cup?
Nope. Okay.
Well, I don't know because the bigger your hand is, the more odds you're going to scrape the sides, right?
Oh,
I don't know.
probably. Okay, I just want to get the rim. So, yeah. And then I just have you do this as I do.
Okay. I'm just going to slowly turn it.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah.
That greeny gold that fell out is pretty.
Right?
You gotta beat more of the devil out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't breathe that.
Hold your breath. Oh yeah, there it comes. There you go.
Maybe we should get a bigger one for this part. Like go back to this size. She knows what she does. I don't know how Jane ended up with a hangover. Agreed, don't know.
Bam! Beautylicious.
Oh yeah, I will definitely do a true color video. But this
After
is going to
24
change
hours,
and meld and do a whole bunch of different things over the next 24 hours as the polycrylic dries and everything sets up and moves. But even now, like these deeper reds are getting even deeper. Super pumped about how this looks. The inside's a little bit dusty patina, but that's fine too. I think after I spray a sealant in it, it's going to deepen it. And also, I'm going to do a resin coat on the inside and let it just coat and run out. That way it seals in everything without really a risk of
scraping off, rubbing it off, running off. So because I let this sit here and then kept arting, normally I'd be putting the powder in, bam, 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 so you wouldn't get, but because I let it sit, see how it just kind of puddled and coagulated the thing. So start to finish if you can.
distracted you off of that one.
That's okay. I've done it to myself though, doing other things in that. You know what I mean? But just so you know, that can happen.
Check.
The volume and the words.
So, even the bottom looks fine. We'll wipe this guy off. So, I will do a true color video. I just have to let it set up for just a little bit. Gina said, who would have thought to do a vase? Gotta love E. Her mind is always going. Dude, it really is. I always love to see what other people are doing and kind of make just minor adjustments so that it's more, it fits more what I'm trying to achieve, or I don't know, it's hard to say. I love mixing different forms of media though. And I'm not talking about like doing just mixed media pieces, but more like taking things that aren't supposed to be used a certain way and then using them in the way that people are like, no, I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Or wouldn't have thought of that to look good. Yeah, I hear you. I feel you. You're really good about that.
It's just interesting when people tell me, you shouldn't do that. I'm like, oh, but now I have to. Encouragement. Hey, Claire, welcome back. I did this while you were gone. It looks like this. Well, Scarlett and I did this. She helped me bang the devil out of it. I bet Rhonda would love this because this is her favorite countertop color combo.
Oh. Maybe give it to her Christmas present.
could. I don't know how I'm gonna ship it down
I
there.
love
in
that this
time.
looks like a splatter. Look at it. Look, it looks like a splatter, you know.
It does.
Oh, so cool.
How did the 20-minute coaster and our Dutch pour piece set up? Exactly, CP. Things are the quietest playtime.
I love it. Clara says it's screaming Rhonda.
JJ, here's your coaster. This is from yesterday.
Oh, pretty.
And then this is our...
Ooh, what is that? Is it the silver chrome?
It is silver chrome.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
You guys can actually see like the details in my camera through the silver chrome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like true chrome. It's awesome.
So this is the piece that JJ and I did.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it's set up, JJ, I'll ship her to you.
Ta-da! So it's golds. There. Different pinksies, violety, yellow. Love it. Oopsie.
That's awesome, Carol. And then this is how the other one turned out, JJ.
That was bad. The bone. So rad. I love that.
You want to call it for now and go eat some?
Yes, ma'am. Love it. Look how cool the side's getting. Show that, yeah. Oops. There.
So,
Dang it. Oh! Boo.
you gonna make it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, Carol. Love her.
Oh, who? What's awesome?
Carol went and painted with Cherie. Met her in one of our Australia classes.
Oh, cool. You really ought to do your go video on that for them to like, look how pretty.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I should wait till it's all absorbed.
Yeah, I would wait 24 hours to do true color. Did you want something up here, like your blue? Or the green? There's still enough of a... Wait, where am I? Oops. And then, I would add some of that blue so it's balanced.
Do you want to do
this
that?
one?
Yeah. I'm super excited about this vase, JJ. Now I want to go to like all of the like dollar stores and
I'm just like, yeah, trying to pop it. Like, pop, pop, pop. Do you need more, or is it absorbing enough?
we have to have just a little bit more just on this area. Did you use a whole jar of pigments on that vase? I really didn't.
No. People say silly things, like think it's a lot, but it really isn't a lot. It really isn't. It's a big vase too. You know?
Yeah, we really didn't use that much of it. I thought we would have, but not the case.
Not the case.
Where am I? Here I am. Love it! The inside looks all rusticy too, but I'm gonna change that and make it extra, read all about it. Okay, wait. I'm having ideas.
What's your idea?
So if I pre-lined in like some polycrylic, waited for it to set. Y'all, I'm about to make a cracked marble vase. Stay tuned for an upcoming video because I don't even know. And I'm already sure it's gonna work because I've done something similar.
Mm-hmm. So just in the time frame that we've been on here, for anybody who wants to watch the playback.
Gonna have to be this one.
Oh, can you reach that? It says, oh wait, there we go.
I see vases being done everywhere. I hope so. I hope people get inspired by, you know, anything that we do on the channel and kind of break out of a comfort zone, break out of like
Bless you.
normalcy and just create because it's what you see instead of worrying about is this the right way or the wrong way. Instead, just making it your own way. Because I think that's how people evolve and use their, like, create your own style is by taking bits and pieces of things that you see
Ooh.
and evolving it into what you want it to be. And I also think that you really have an opportunity to bring something new to the art world when you don't listen to people that say you shouldn't do that and just do.
Getting deep on ATD.
Does cold affect the process? I don't think so. It's not
No.
exactly warm in here.
No, it doesn't. No, that has nothing to do with anything. That's not like a thing. It's paint. It's painting, so it's not gonna like not work. If it's so cold, like you're in Alaska outside, and your liquid would freeze, then your liquid of the polycrylic would freeze. But other than that, it's not gonna do. No temperature is gonna affect you doing this specific arting technique at all. You'll be good to go.
Right. So Carol, explain primary elements. So what it is, it's a dry,
Acrylic.
ground
Powder.
acrylic powder. So it's basically if you put this in any clear medium, you would make this color paint. What's in the primary elements. It's just an acrylic paint, but in a dry compound.
Yeah. So if you use a binder, you'd make your paint.
Right. But we're using it in powder form and the polycrylic as kind of the binder. But we're not mixing it into the binder. We are putting the binder on,
Letting it absorb.
dusting everything into it, and then letting it absorb in whatever pattern it should fall. So it's very random and amazing. Bye, Clara. Thanks, JJ. Hi, Christy Miranda Art.
But you can use these to do actual paint with. You can literally turn the powder into actual acrylic paint. So you could do pours and all those things with it. It's just in the dry form. On Color Art, they do sell Vivid, where it's pre-mixed, the powder form pre-mixed for you. So that way, if you don't want to mess with that, you can still get these colors, but in acrylic paint form, already pre-done. Made for you.
How long did it take to do this face? Like what, less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Create something
I was
unique
gonna
for
say, like,
somebody.
15 minutes.
These ornaments that we did took like 10 minutes each in total. This way. And that one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're just they're so fun, and they're gonna keep changing. You know, you got good. I say a good 24 hours till it stops, like absorbing, and deepening. These are so pretty. Look how fun.
I know. I love the deepness of that, whatever dark color it is. Oh, so what's the difference in using the... Do you have that
These are the ones. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is not bind.
This is not bind.
Oh, this is not bind. Yeah. So, where am I? Where are you? So this is the one with the binder. the bind and release. You
Bind and
these
resist.
yeah, that's what I meant. See
Pretty
those like little light
marbly.
patches?
Mm-hmm.
They're really gonna soak in. And you can also do it without, and it'll just be
The color.
the color, which is also fun.
You just don't get a marble effect. Like this looks like a stone. Literally, it looks like, that's what reminds me of granite. You know, that like, what you call it look of the, that's what it looks like to me when you do the bind and resist. It looks like stone, like granite countertop.
It gives you that difference in depth. And this one's still fun.
It's beautiful.
Still stony. It's not as much. I did use a lot of the something.
Bind and resist, polycrylic.
The interference.
Interference.
So that's going to give a little bit of that barrier too. Right? Should these be turned as they dry? They really don't have to be because we dumped out so much of the polycrylic back into the jar.
No.
Right?
If you're needing to churn yours because they're like melting off, that means you use way too much polycrylic. It literally needs to be just the thinnest layer ever to coat it, just so that it's tacky, so the powders stick, and that's it. It shouldn't be moving at all.
Right. So the question is, would you need to seal it if you're doing a vase with poly on the inside? For the ornaments, I wouldn't seal it because nothing's going to get into it after you put that little topper back on. It doesn't matter. But for something that's going to be functional like this, I'll probably seal it with like the archival spray and then probably a clear spray paint.
It's just, you just don't want, if you're going to use a vase to put stuff in, basically you don't want it to scrape. You don't want somebody to scrape it. So you wouldn't need to if you didn't like mess with the inside. But if you're gonna like put flowers or rocks or something on the inside, then yeah, I would do something. Otherwise it'll scrape off. I would put the resin like quick coat maybe.
I'll probably do quick coat because there's no white. It's not gonna hurt it at all.
If it yellows, it won't affect it. Okay.
And it's on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is. It's gonna stain it where it is, but if you don't do something to it, if it's a functional piece like this, you would want to seal it in.
Just so you don't scrape it off. You know, you can't scratch it off.
But if you mix this primary element into a binder or even just the polycrylic, we did that here just to see what the colors were, and it's not coming off. So the paint as an acrylic paint is
And this is just water.
just fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. If I run my finger through the inside of it, it'll flake all of that off. So we would have to seal this, but for the ornaments, they're good to go as is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have to do anything else. The last step is putting on your little cap. And I just put my cap on immediately because why not? And that way I don't lose it, and you know, I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You can put it on a Christmas tree. So you guys, I'm not going to give you the whole spiel because Moo will hear me and I want to eat something. So
Stormy.
read all of these things. Check us out on everywhere. And we'll see you guys next time. Be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through. Don't hang it out. Yeah, bye.
Yay.
Thank
This is my
you.
favorite part right here. This part. Oh. That's gonna be really pretty. Yeah, Mattify was like, so could you do, he's like you. He thought of this same thing. He's like, so if you did a video, I'm like, yeah, it's glass.